In Ward C, room 302, lived a man they called a statue. No words, no movement, just a cold, empty stare. But they were looking at his body. I was looking at his eyes, and in those eyes, a storm was raging. My name is Sarah. I've been a nurse for 10 years, but room 302 was my greatest challenge. The patient was Mr. Julian. The medical chart said he had a severe stroke. They said his brain was unresponsive. Every morning, the senior doctors would walk in, look at their iPads, and talk about him as if he weren't there. Patient is stable. No change. Keep him hydrated, they would say. They never looked at his face. They only looked at the machines. But I noticed something. Whenever the cleaning lady left the window open and the scent of fresh rain entered the room, Mr. Julian's hand would tremble. Just a tiny flicker of his index finger. One Tuesday, I decided to break the rules. Instead of just checking his blood pressure, I sat down and read him a poem by Robert Frost. I watched his eyes. They didn't just move, they glowed. I realized then that Julian wasn't empty. He was trapped. He was a prisoner inside his own skin. I did some research. I found out that, before the stroke, Julian Vance was a landscape painter. His works were full of light and chaotic colors. He didn't need medicine. He needed a canvas. The next day, I brought a small wooden palette and a single brush. I dipped it in bright sunset orange. I held it close to his face. "Julian," I whispered, "I know you're in there. If you can hear me, blink twice." He blinked. 1, 2. My heart skipped a beat. We began a secret project. Every night, after the head nurse went home, I would place the brush in his weak hand. I would hold his wrist to provide the strength he lacked. "Left?" I'd ask. He would glance left. More blue. He would blink once for yes. It was a slow, painful process. Sometimes we only painted 1 inch in an hour. But as the painting grew, Julian changed. His skin regained its color. His breathing became steady. He wasn't a patient anymore. He was a creator. We weren't just painting a landscape. We were painting his escape. On canvas, a magnificent golden eagle was rising from a dark forest, its wings spreading toward the sun. On a cold Friday morning, the painting was finished. It was beautiful, raw, emotional, and alive. That afternoon, for the first time in 3 years, Julian smiled. It was a small, tired smile, but it was there. That night, Julian passed away in his sleep. When the doctors came to take him away, they stopped at the door. They saw the painting. They saw the life that they had missed. In the bottom corner, there was a signature. It wasn't written in ink. It was a single, perfect fingerprint in orange paint. Julian had left his mark on the world one last time. I kept that brush. It reminds me that even when someone loses their voice, their soul is still speaking. We just have to learn how to listen.